It was while growing up in Westfort that this longtime sports broadcaster got involved in the world of sports, first as an athlete, then as a reporter. When his childhood friend Ken Fryer Nicholson was looking for a replacement to cover his sports reporter position at CJLX Radio during the mid-1960s, he stepped into the position, launching an on-air broadcasting career which would span the next 30 years. Eventually moving over to do both radio and TV at CKPR, his early broadcasting career saw him cover Little League World Series games, the 1967 Memorial Cup playoffs, numerous junior hockey games, and serve as a track announcer at Riverview Raceway, co-host a morning radio show, and spend time as the voice of the Thunder Bay Twins.
After the United States Hockey League final game, the Twins win at 9-1, and a brand new trophy, Barry Hogan. It's a beautiful one, and nice that the Twins are the first to win it.
Is it ever? That's really a nice one, Peter.
It's also pretty heavy. I saw you carrying it around. It's a pretty heavy trophy.
I just about dropped it. It must weigh 100 pounds.
Ragsy, good season, and the scooter line tonight with Big Tinker out there.
Shut out tonight. Well, we played, but we didn't get any goals scored against us, and that's an important part of the game, too.
That's something somebody mentioned during the broadcast, that despite the fact that you hadn't scored, your line was really checking them into the ice, and you had them sort of mesmerized out there.
He did all of this while also attending Lakehead University, where he served as the sports editor of the Argus newspaper and teaching at Churchill High School, where he also helped coach their junior football team. Moving to Winnipeg during the summer of 1974 to pursue some further schooling, he did some part-time work with CKY-TV, and after 6 weeks on the job, they asked him to remain as their sports director.
When you want to know about sports, you need to know about Peter Young. CKY Sports Director Peter Young knows sports. Peter sees sports as an educator, coach, commentator, and competitor. His knowledge makes sports make sense. For sports Manitoba depends on, Peter Young's the one. See why on CKY.
It didn't take long before his on-air talents were called upon to handle WHA hockey telecasts and play-by-play announcer duties for Canadian Football League games, as well as host a CFL weekly highlight show on ESPN. As the primary CTV host for Wide World of Sports, he covered sporting events around the world, including 3 Olympic Games during the 1980s and over 100 broadcasts, often co-hosting with some high-profile personalities.
Eitan Boucher, and I guess the thrill hasn't worn off from Sarajevo.
No, I still think about the moment when I won in Sarajevo, and being here, especially with all the athletes in the Olympics here, it makes you feel like you would like to do it again.
Hello everybody, I'm Peter Young. Welcome to the Players International. Joining us as our analyst today, John Newcomb. Hello everybody, I'm Peter Young. Welcome to sun-drenched Montreal. Joining us on the telecast today, Billie Jean King.
Broadcasting for the Winnipeg Jets when they were in the WHA, including their 3 Avco Cup championships, he also handled the play-by-play for their NHL games.
I was down by the Jets dressing room when they went out with a pregame skate, and it was like college or high school rah-rah stuff. But John Paddock said to me after they'd gone out, it was the playoff fever, and this could be one of those first-round matchups.
Left side for Goulet. Goulet, the former teammate of John Paddock in Quebec, carries to the corner. Tyronic in front, and that's knocked away.
All throughout his broadcasting career, this Lakeheader has never forgotten his roots and looked forward to returning to Thunder Bay to cover events like ski jumping at Big Thunder, and he also enjoyed covering his hometown athletes as they competed on the world stage.
What a great thrill when you circled that track, though, and the crowd rose to their feet to give you that ovation.
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, they appreciated it, and it was nice. It really gets the hair standing on end.
Hold up that medal and give us a good shot of it, because that is something you're going to be very proud of. I know all of Thunder Bay is going to be very proud of it.
Yes.
Congratulations, Kurt. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Great job. Kurt Heine, the winner of a silver medal in the time trials. Peter Young reporting from the Velodrome.
Named the ACTRA Sportscaster of the Year in 1983 and a member of the Canadian Olympic Academy, he ended up his network broadcasting career in the early 1990s, going on to start his own production and sports consulting company, working with such teams as the Toronto Blue Jays. A broadcaster at heart when the Winnipeg Goldeyes joined the Northern League in 1994, He was a little surprised that he could be found in the broadcast booth of the Winnipeg Stadium calling their opening baseball game. He also went on to help found a sport television network and get involved with basketball, hockey, and baseball franchises in Florida, Calgary, and Arizona. From his days of doing play-by-play of hockey games at the Fort William Gardens to traveling the world to cover sporting events, this longtime broadcaster truly represented his hometown with pride all along the way.